My goodness, this thing. Guys, I found gold. Was it recording? I don't even know. So basically, I went on a walk with Ruby and I decided to take a different route. Passing by one of the houses, I noticed there was a sign that said, free, everything on the yard and the driveway is free, except don't make a mess. And I was like, I was just curious because I like finding, knickknacks and treasures. And, as they say, someone's trash is another man's treasure, except it felt like this wasn't trash. And I'm glad I found it because it was pretty interesting. I went on this walk, saw the sign, and I decided to look into in the boxes, and in the boxes I found these books. And I also saw a whole bunch of other books about opera, about theater, about art, so many cool books that seemed really interesting. And then I also found records that seemed interesting too, but when I first saw it, I decided not to grab them because I don't have a record player. I decided to grab a few books, then I came back home and then I thought about it and I was telling Joel, I was like, these seem pretty interesting. Maybe I should just get the whole set. Afterwards, I went back, drove my car, got the rest of the collection, which I think there's 13. So I decided to take a peek again at the other boxes, and then I was like looking at the records and I don't know, they just seemed very valuable and they seemed really interesting, and I personally lately have been finding a lot of cool vintage stuff and just thinking about whether I can resell it or just keep it as like a decor, an item, just something cool to have, part of history, And I always like to see like the old prints. I got this print at the Western Railway Museum, and this was an ad that they would put in the cars in the train. Yeah, so these books right here are of William Shakespeare and printed by the Folio Society. This one was printed in Great Britain. The one that caught my eye was A Midsummer Night's Dream because I've read that one. Did I read this one? I probably did. Romeo and Juliet, The Tragedy of Macbeth, The Tragedy of Othello. These other ones I don't know, and all of them come in these little, well, except that one, but these come in these little cases, and it looks like this with the feathers, and then they have illustrations inside of them. This one says 1957, that's when it was printed. It breaks them up in different, the first act, the second act. So I'm looking forward to reading these, and it feels so nice. Like the paper feels really nice. I haven't gone through all of them, but I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy going through all of them. And then, as I said, I went back to pick up those records, and it's a whole bunch. There's about maybe like 50 in here. This one says, this is a Columbia New Process record. I'm not familiar with the music, to be honest. Can't really find the year. There's so many. This is an old newspaper. I'm trying to open it because it looks like it was like ripped up. Here you go. It's an old newspaper from Nebraska. From Nebraska. Tabasco. This newspaper says it's South Sioux City, Nebraska, Friday, September 5th, 1902. Dang, bro. And then it has the little ads here. Look, Pinlock Studio. Photos are $1 to $3. This is so interesting to see and to feel the paper. Feel it.
To own a home back then, the loan was payment on the $500 loan was only $350 on a $1,000 loan, $670 per month.
No One second. Look at what I'm looking at. Maybe actually you probably shouldn't come here because we're gonna start sneezing. Old timers, some old timers. I wonder why they put that. But yeah, look at the ads. There's not really any illustrations, but just photos and print. Anyways, just felt like a really nice find. I feel like I'm gonna treasure these. I'm gonna figure out what to do with them. Maybe sell the records, keep some, maybe sell some of these, see their value. I don't know. Almost feels like a birthday gift because I love finding vintage, old prints, vintage treasures. Hey, if you're curious to know more about the books and the records that I found, stay tuned for this next clip because I'll share more details. So I did get a chance to go through each record and I found an app that shows me the value of each record. Some span from $1, $2, $20, $30, $40, and overall with all the records maybe about $700 value, but because I don't have the original packaging and I don't have a record player to know the quality, the value might be a little bit under. But overall the collection is of vintage 78 RPM records from the 1920s through the 1940s, and these records feature from all the major labels of the golden age of music: Victor, Columbia, Decca, Brunswick, OK, and many others. And the collection spans multiple genres including jazz, swing, dance music, gospel, and classical recordings. Some of the notable artists include the Dorsey Brothers Orchestra, Art Hickman's Orchestra, and the Christ Church Cathedral Choir of Montreal. Each record is a piece of music history. It captures the sounds and the styles of early American and international popular music from nearly a century ago. I wasn't able to find the value of the William Shakespeare collection, but I did find that one book was about $50 to $60. These books were printed by the Folio Society, which is a prestigious British publisher known for beautifully crafted collectible editions of classical literature. They're famous for their exceptional bindings, detailed illustrations, and fine printing. This Shakespeare collection includes 13 of his greatest plays, spanning comedies, tragedies, and romances, all printed in Great Britain. These editions are highly valued by collectors and represent some of the finest quality bookmaking available. Thank you so much for watching my first vlog. It's been a goal of mine to film, to edit, and to post a vlog. And although I do have a lot to learn, I really enjoyed putting it together, and I'm so happy that I got to share these treasures with you. Bye.